My friend says that it's impossible to make a cozy horror game. Clearly, he hasn't seen Grun. So to prove him wrong, I'm going to make a cozy horror game in Unity. The only problem? I only have 48 hours before he leaves for vacation. So let's get right into it. First, I had to figure out what actually makes something cozy. After extensive research, which definitely was not just Googling random articles, I found three common ingredients: warm colors, nostalgia, and a small confined area. So naturally, I headed over to Sketchfab and started looking for a cozy town model. I found this amazing model made by this dude and some other less amazing models. But before I started building the game, I needed an actual idea. The gameplay is pretty simple. During the day, you work at a coffee shop in a tiny town. Every 20 seconds, a customer appears and asks you for one of three different coffees. If you give them the right drink, your score goes up. If you give them the wrong one, they just take it anyway. Because apparently customer service isn't optional. But every minute, night falls, and that's when the monster comes out. If the monster gets close, you'll see a faint red glow. That's basically a warning that things are about to go very badly. And yeah, that's basically the entire game. So I opened a fresh Unity project and imported a town model. I also asked my friend to make the customer art. I imported the images into Blender, cut them out, and then turned them into actual characters. Next, I needed coffee. Yes, I'm willing to risk my entire innocence just to save the 2 minutes it would take to model a coffee cup. I found models for all three drinks, but they looked almost identical, so I added giant floating labels on top of them. Unfortunately, every cappuccino model I found was either terrible or literally brain rot. So the cappuccino is now represented by a cube, the true icon of coffee culture. Now that we're about halfway through the video, please consider subscribing. Seriously, it means a lot to me. Now, for the last few videos I made, I've basically relied on AI to write all of my code. And honestly, I'm getting tired of that. Because when AI eventually takes over the world, I'm not going to know how to fix its code. So I took a C# course and learned how to write some scripts myself. See, here's proof. It's good. Ah. Anyways, after several emotional breakdowns, I got the coffee system working. Mostly. Now that I could pick up the coffee and hand it over to these complete sentient, definitely moving, definitely not floating midair customers. Uh, wait, my sentence doesn't end. What? Alright. But there was one small problem. The game is not scary, like at all. It was basically just a small town coffee simulator with occasional trespassing. So I needed a monster. And this time, instead of downloading one from Sketchfab, I already bleached my eyes multiple times, I was actually going to make it myself. For some reasons. I took a rigged model from a render I made about a month ago and animated a quick run cycle. And honestly, I think my animation skills improved a little bit. By this point, I only had about 5 hours left, and I still haven't finished the horror part of the core game. Like, at all. So I started speedrunning game development. I imported the monster and shamelessly reused the enemy script from my first game. Look, I don't have time. And then I coded a day-night cycle. Day lasts from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., and every in-game hour takes 2 seconds. I know that's absurdly fast, but if I made it slower, people's attention span would just disappear. I also made the monsters disappear during the day, black out the screen when it catches you, and quickly threw together an intro cutscene. Oh crap. So the game may or may not have a few bugs, but I'm out of time. So too bad. Don't call me lazy. Originally, I wanted coffee to respawn whenever you picked up one, so players could keep going forever, but I ran out of time, which makes the maximum score 21. Oh wow, too bad. This game is also strangely difficult, like genuinely unfair. You can barely see the monster half the time, and it took like 50 hours just to get the 2 minute shot at the end of this video. But after 48 hours, I successfully made a cozy horror game. in the end, the game has coffee, it has customers, it has a monster, it has a few bugs, and most importantly, it proves my friends wrong. Checkmate.